Good evening. My name is Richard Medhurst. Iran has launched retaliatory strikes against Israel. Hundreds of drones and missiles are headed to the Israeli occupation as we speak. These aren't just being fired from Iran. The entire region, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Yemen, are all hitting Israel with Iran as we speak. This is an unprecedented moment. We are witnessing history in the making. We are witnessing history in the making. Now, this is very important, so pay attention. Iran is not attacking Israel. Iran is responding to Israel's attack. Israel started this by bombing the Iranian embassy in Damascus. Bombing an embassy is like bombing the country itself because the embassy is considered the sovereign territory of that country. Israel attacked Iran first, and now this is Iran's response. Here the Israelis confirming they are being hit by UAVs, by unmanned aerial vehicles, meaning drones. This was then confirmed by the Americans and by the Iranians themselves who announced it. Let me show you this post here. This is from the permanent mission of Iran to the UN in New York. They said that conducted on the strength of Article 51 of the UN Charter pertaining to legitimate defense, Iran's military action was in response to the Zionist regime's aggression against our diplomatic premises in Damascus. The matter can be deemed concluded. However, should the Israeli regime make another mistake, Iran's response will be considerably more severe. It is a conflict between Iran and the rogue Israeli regime from which the US must stay away. Let us visualize what exactly is going on, because you have to really look at it with your own eyes to grasp the seriousness of the situation. Iran is hitting the Israeli occupation, is hitting occupied Palestine at a distance of 1,000 kilometers, give or take. 1,000 kilometers. That is massive. And not only that, but as I told you, these attacks are coming from Iraq, they're coming from Yemen, they're coming from Lebanon, and they're coming from Syria, all at the same time. You can't, yeah, I swear you can't even grasp what's going on. I can't even grasp it. This is so huge that we need time to digest it. We need time to digest it. Iran's attack, or shall we say retaliatory response, which is really the true nature of it. Iran's retaliatory response is in 3 steps. The first wave consists of firing drones toward the Israeli occupation. A volley, a flurry of drones over and over and over, hundreds of drones. We know from the Israelis that Iran fired at least 150 drones, at least. Some figures are now saying it's in the 500 region, okay? That's the first wave. Now, the second wave is launching drones and other payloads from Iraq, from Syria, from Lebanon to overwhelm Israel's defenses and its Iron Dome. The third wave, the final act, ballistic missiles. Ballistic missiles. Step 1 and step 2 are not the aim. Step 1 and step 2 are designed to overwhelm the Israelis' defenses so that in step 3, the ballistic missiles, the big boys, come in and get the job done. And believe me, Iran know a thing or two about ballistic missiles. Let's look at these videos. I want you to see the barrage of missiles that's coming in. It never seen something like this ever. This is in Iraq, okay? Firing missiles to occupy Palestine. Forgive me. And now more. This is another barrage. Look at that in the sky.
Okay.
This is southern Lebanon. Okay? South Lebanon launching rockets. absolute madness. Have you ever seen anything like this before? I'm not talking about this Katyusha in particular. I'm talking about this orchestra. Now this is in Nablus, in Palestine. Missiles from Iran in the sky. This is happening right now as we speak. It's happening right now because these drones, they need hours to reach the occupied Palestinian territories, right? They need hours. It's happening right now. What I'm about to show you, this next video is going to blow your mind. This is the Aqsa Mosque. Okay? Dome of the Rock. Look at this site, the symbolic value of this, of having the Al-Aqsa Mosque, which has been the focal point of all of the recent resistance operations. Al-Aqsa flood was the October 7th operation. In 2021, also, it was about Al-Aqsa because the Israelis were going in, barging in and hitting people during prayer time. Look at the missiles of the resistance flying over the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Put it in the history books. Put it in the history books. Now the famed Iron Dome, I'll show you in a moment how it's faring. This is in Bethlehem. So you see, I'm showing you from all over the place. In Jerusalem, in Nablus, now in Bethlehem. Take a look. And the Israelis love to talk about their Iron Dome. Oh, how advanced it is, how powerful it is. This is how Iran's missiles penetrate the Iron Dome and reach their targets. Take a look. So much for the Iron Dome. Here's more footage. You see, the Iranians have been bullied by the Americans and the Israelis for decades. Starved with sanctions, having their scientists assassinated, their officers assassinated, bullied, killed. The embassy attack is really just scratching the surface. I mean, it's the tip of the iceberg. It's one atrocity in an ocean full of atrocities committed by the West against Iran. And I want to show you the technical prowess of the resistance, because it is thanks to Iran that all of this, the naval blockade, for example, that Yemen has instituted, this anti-ship ballistic missile technology, the drones, building these things for cheap. I mean, this won the war in Ukraine. The Russians won the war in Ukraine in part because of these Iranian drones, because of the Shahid 136 and 131. Look at these beasts. These absolute beasts. And on top of that, the missile technology. Iran's missiles can reach Africa, okay? They can reach India. That's how advanced they are. And they named two of their missiles in 2020 after Haj Qasim, so Qasim Soleimani, who was assassinated by the Americans at the behest of the Israelis, and also Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis, who was from the Iraqi resistance. These two men helped build the force that you see before you right this second, that is penetrating the Iron Dome and hitting the Israeli illegal occupation, and also implementing a blockade in the Red Sea in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. I mean, walloping, slamming, spanking Haifa, the oil refineries, the Eilat port. I mean, the American bases, forget about it.